Hey Soup, welcome back. It's Claytano, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to rune Kumar, the Fire Beast Monk. But for the pros, the cons, and I'm going to go over early game runes, late game runes, substat priorities, team combinations, and then at the very end, overall rating. And actually before that, I'll do alternatives as well. So this is Kumar. It's one of my favorite monsters in the game, and I don't actually have him, so I'm a little bit salty about that. But what are his pros? His pros is that he's fire element. Okay, he's fire element, he's tanky. That automatically makes him good on arena defense for the most part when you think about it, because we're trying to counter illusions. And second off, he has high base HP. Look at this, 13,005 base HP. That's crazy. Okay, he is an HP monster, but still, that's really good. Now, second off, or third off, actually, all of his skills are scaling off of HP. So it just works really well with having the high base HP. So if you look at it, his third skill attacks enemies with a spell that summons the power of fire. This deck has a 75% chance to disturb the target's HP recovery for 2 turns. The damage of this skill is proportionate to your max HP. Boom, right there. Okay, it recovers 40% of the max HP through meditation, and also, heals up the lowest HP ratio instead if your HP is more than 50%. And then the last skill, of course, smashes the enemy and inflicts continuous damage on the target for 2 turns with a 50% chance. The damage of this skill is proportionate to your, guess what, max HP. And this attack will increase your attack speed for 2 turns if you land a critical hit. So everything scales off HP. So obviously you want to build this guy with a lot of HP. Now, what are his cons though? What are his cons? Okay. His first skill only deals continuous damage, which in my opinion is a little bit is one of the worst ones out of all of the beast monks. If you look at Chandra, it's a stun. If you look at Ritesh, it's a provoke. If you look at Shazam, it's a what is it? It's a defense break on skill 1. And then this one, what's his name? Raul. Yeah, he has a self heal off of his skill 1. So to have continuous damage, I don't know. To me, it's not the best out of all 5 of them personally. What's his second thing here? Third skill only blocks heal, which again isn't the best out of all 3. A couple other ones do better, like reduced attack speed and things like that. And then third, he has an underutilized leader skill. Anything in dungeons is really weird, but you're not going to use Kumar in dungeons really. Maybe early game, yeah, absolutely, you could probably throw him in there to help you out. But mostly when you move to late game, it's going to be underutilized there. And then fourth and last con, he has low base speed, but is it really that bad? No, it's whatever, it's fine. Because he gains speed off of his first skill when he attacks and lands as a critical hit. So it can be overlooked. So what are his runes though? Early game. What are we looking for early game? I would say Despair would probably be your best set on him early game, because it's going to give his first skill a little bit more utility. It's going to give him an AoE chance to Despair stun a team. So I think that would be your best option. And then throw an offset of energy on him as well. Guard wouldn't be my best, I wouldn't recommend it, is what I'm trying to say. Because Guard is defense, and he doesn't really scale off defense, even though defense would be nice to have on him. Energy would be your first option. Now, aside from that, his 2 slot, I would say just build him speed, build his 4 slot HP, build his 6 slot HP as well. So just build speed, HP, build him like a tank, put him in there. He's going to wreak some havoc with having it on Despair, because if you have him on Despair, he's going to be slower. That's why I say go speed slot 2 instead of just HP slot 2. Make sense? Okay. Now, moving into late game though, you definitely want to put him on Violent, and with him on Violent, you don't need to focus on really speed too much, because he's still going to be doing enough Violent procs, things like that to make him useful. So his offset, I would say put it on Revenge or Will, depending on what defense you're running. If you're running a slower defense, you're going to want something with Will, because you don't want to get kind of just wrecked. You don't want to get Galleon debuffed and then killed on turn 1. You want him to survive. You want him to survive Lucians, which means that I would say Revenge is also a very viable offset rune as well. In fact, I would say probably Revenge over Will, depending on the situation. Okay, and this is mainly talking arena defense. So if you're on revenge, then you're doing better against Lucians, because if they keep glancing on you and you keep revenging them and killing them down, you can pretty much solo an entire Lucian team that way. Now, what is 2-slot? His 2-slot in late game has to be HP for the most part. His 4-slot could either be crit damage, or he could build him full tank and just have a 4-slot HP rune in there as well. I like crit damage. I like doing a little damage as well because he's already tanky. And then the 6-slot will be HP slot 6. And then for the substat priorities, you want to make up the extra stats in the substats. So speed, since you don't have slot 2 speed, would be your first priority for the most part. You don't need to have him have like 150 speed on HP, crit damage HP. No, like I would say like 50 to 60 speed is plenty enough just on the substats. Okay, so like 10 speed per rune, something like that. Now, the second substat priority I would say is crit rate, because his first skill, helps his speed out from crit rate. And of course, if you're going to rune him crit damage, you still want to have a little bit of crit rate, so that way he can actually take advantage of the crit damage. Even if you run HP, 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 all 2, 4, and 6 slot, you can still run crit rate as a great substat. If you have high crit rate, you're still going to be gaining the speed from it regardless. So it's, in my opinion, the next substat priority. And then after that, you can go into HP substat, because of course everything scales up HP. And then after that, crit damage. Crit damage is less important though. That's why at the very end. So what are his team combinations though? Who do we run him with? Well, I would say on arena defense, which is mainly what Kumar is known for, would be with water units such as Camila, Rina, Ariel, something that's going to have a different element than him, that's going to make it hard to kill them and also have to deal with Kumar. Okay, so you have to bring a lot of wind units to kill all those super tanky water units, and then you have a Kumar that you can't deal with really well. So that's kind of like the idea with Juno, if you guys remember that video, but it's basically the same thing. Okay, so who else though? I would say an HP or crit rate leader skill, just to help him scale off that more. And overall tankier units to outlast Lucianing. So if you build him with, I don't know, like Sierra, Galleon, and Orion, for whatever reason, you're going to get outsped by Lucian. They're going to kill all the other 3 monsters. And can you solo a Lucian team every time? Probably not. Can you solo it maybe 1 out of 10 times? I would say it's very likely. But you want to give him every possibility to succeed. So put him with some other tankier monsters. Put him with something that's going to give him an attack bar boost off the beginning, so that way he can get that crit rate, so that way he can have the speed right off the bat. That always helps. So maybe somebody like a tanky attack bar booster like Velagil would be great too. And then put some other like Molly in there. Everybody loves Molly. Okay, I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not about that life anymore. For Guild War though, what do we talk about? Maybe put him with like Orion, Chaesoon, Theomars. The usual suspects for Guild Wars. They're all gonna be good. He's a very, very good Guild War player as well, on offense and defense. Anything that's really bruisery is good in Guild Wars for the most part. And then what are his alternatives? I kind of thought about this for a really long time, maybe like a whole 5 minutes. But there's really no exact alternative for Kumar. He's very unique and very, very awesome for what he does. So I would say Perna's like the closest that you can get to an alternative for arena defense and Guild Wars and that whole thing. Rakan, I don't even want to mention his name. And then Fire Panda, maybe the Fire Monkey King. It kind of starts falling off, and it's like less and less Kumar. It's just not him. But overall rating, I would say in arena he's really good, but outside arena you're not going to really use him in Giants. You're not going to use him in Necro. You're not going to use him in, well, maybe you'll use him in like real-time arena, you know, that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna give him a 4 out of 5. I think he's a very, very solid monster. I would love to have him. I know a lot of people that would love to have him, and yeah, so 4 out of 5. Congratulations to everybody that has him. I love you guys to the death as well. Stay soupy as always, and if you guys know somebody that has Kumar and they're wondering how to rune him, definitely share this video with them as well. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Stay soupy. Alright, see you guys. Bye bye.